Welcome to today's video. So we're going to be finishing up with part 3, because this is part 3 of how science confirms the Bible. So the Bible describes the Earth's crust along with a comment on astronomy. And of course, we're getting into statements consistent with theology. And we find this in Jeremiah 31:37. Although most scientists claim that they have now measured the size of the universe, it is interesting to note that every human attempt to drill through the Earth's crust to the plastic mantle beneath has thus far ended in failure. So they believe that they can measure the universe, yet they have yet to break through to the plastic mantle of Earth. The Bible describes the shape of the Earth centuries before people thought the Earth was a sphere. And the Bible actually talks about how the Earth is the sphere, and people might say, oh no, that it says the circle of the Earth. But when we look into what that says, it means sphere. And what is very interesting is sometime during history, they found out the Earth was a sphere, and they even knew it was a sphere in Christopher Columbus's day. They just disagreed about the size of the Earth. And that's what Christopher Columbus went to prove. Not that the Earth was round. A lie crept in by someone who hated Christians and wanted to discredit Christianity by saying that the Christians were the problem and claiming that the Earth was flat. And they are the ones Christopher Columbus proved wrong. No, that is not true. Even let's see, trying to remember that guy's name. I believe it's Alexander the Great, when he went to conquer the world. Well, before he did that, he went to somebody, talked to them. They handed him a ball, and he interpreted the ball as conquer the earth, because they knew sometime in history they discovered the earth was a sphere. And we find it in Isaiah 40:22. The word translated circle in the Hebrew word is shawag, which is translated circuit, aka sphere, because it goes around and around and around in circles, or compass, depending on the context. This indicates something spherical, round, and arched, not something that is flat or square. The book of Isaiah was written sometime between 740 to 680 BC. This is at least 300 years before Aristotle suggested the earth might be a sphere in the book On the Heavens. This brings up an important historical note related to the topic. Many people are aware of the conflict between Galileo and the Roman Catholic Church Pope V. After publishing the dialogue on the two principal systems of the world, Galileo was summoned to Rome, where he was forced to renounce his findings. At the time, theologians of the Roman Catholic Church maintained that the earth was the center of the universe, and to assert otherwise was deemed heretical. We could not find any place in the Bible that claims the earth is flat or that it is the center of the universe. History shows that this conflict, which took place at the time of the Inquisition, was a part of a power struggle. As a result, scientific and biblical knowledge became casualties, in effect we still feel today. And some of it has to do with a lie that somebody who hated the Christians made claims about Christians that we did not actually do. Statement consists with physics. The Bible suggests the presence of the nuclear process like those we associate with nuclear weaponry. This is certainly not something that could have been explained in 67 AD using known scientific principles when Peter wrote the following verse, 2 Peter 3:10, and this is a verse talking about how people are marching and then it's like their skin and stuff just melts right off of them, which is like a nuclear weapon type thing going on and during these end time events. The Bible contains messages that describe something like television, something that allows everyone on earth to see a single event, which would include something like live stream and video like what I'm doing now with phones and stuff. No, such passages literally refer to end times. It may not be long before all of us learn for sure, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that the Bible is true, which we already know is true, but learn firsthand by experiencing these end time events taking place. Now, if you're a Christian, you will not be here. You will be raptured away, which we will be getting into in future videos. So in the next video, we are going to be getting into how to read and study the Bible. Thanks for watching the video today. And remember, Jesus is Lord.